Hey everyone, so I just got back from Sydney and Melbourne, so I thought I would do a quick video showing you basically what happened. So this is us getting on the flight, and I'm going with my friend Rinku, and she's my high school friend. I've been friends with her since high school, and we thought we'd go to Australia together. And I haven't been for ages, and it's just going to be a really great trip because we're going to Sydney and Melbourne. So this is us arriving in Sydney, and we're going to our hotel. Okay, let's go. Ta-da! Our room!
Okay, I'm taking my luggage.
Hey everyone, so we're in our hotel room now, and we are in Sydney, Novotel. I thought that we would be getting like a harbour view, but unfortunately I think we're facing the other side, so we're facing a ton of buildings, but it's still a nice view. We're on the 10th floor, so that's always really exciting. And that's Rinku. I don't know what she's doing.
Nothing.
Say hi.
Hi guys.
She's getting ready for the beach. She wants to swim in the beach.
I want to swim, but Roseanne doesn't want to swim.
But I'm not keen on swimming in the ocean, just because like I don't know what's swimming in there. There's like jellyfish, sharks. You never know, seriously.
You gotta live, Roseanne.
Yeah, she's all about living. This is Darling Harbour, and we are trying to find the Sydney hop-on hop-off tour, and we are failing miserably. So we finally found our bus, and this is a Sydney hop-on hop-off tour. You can actually sit on this bus for $40 a day, and we found it really useful because it really just shows you different sites and stops of Sydney, and you can just hop on hop off anytime you want to, and you get to sit on the rooftop, which is really nice. Sunset, and hopefully you can get a good shot of the Opera House. This is currently Circular Quay, where you can find the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which you can see here, and also, of course, the Sydney Opera House, which we managed to just come up close. There is a tour, but we decided not to take it. Now it's our second day, and we decided to go on a dolphin watching and also sand duning tour, which we thought was really fun, and we're going on Grayline. We picked up smoothies from the pit stop, and that's our bus. The sand dunes were absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like it before. And we went to this spot, just looks exactly like the desert, and climbed onto the bus. It was quite a bumpy ride to the sand duning site, but it was pretty short.
Stones, room number 2, spread out at the top of the hill, and room number 3, when you get to the water, you board up on the ground plate. Very.
Basically what you do is you climb on top of a sand dune and you just slide all the way down. Hey everyone, so I'm in the sand dunes and it's so big and beautiful. It was absolutely amazing to see. It was so vast, and it was so weird because on the other side there was like a normal beach. So this is like in the middle of nowhere, and it was just something I'd never seen before. I loved it. Time to see some dolphins. So exciting. Alright, so now we're going to our boat. How do you feel about today?
I feel great. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll see some dolphins.
And here we are leaving the harbor, and I am so excited to say that we got to see some dolphins. I don't know if you can see, but those little gray things hopping out of the water, they didn't jump out like dolphins usually do, but I can see that they swim in pods, which are really, really cool. We got to see so many dolphins that day, and I was just so amazed because I've never seen wild dolphins before, and we were really, really blessed to have them kind of visiting us too. On day 3, we decided to go to the Blue Mountains and also the Featherdale Wildlife Park, and we were super excited to see Australian animals. I've seen them, but Rinku hasn't seen them before, so we get to see animals like wallabies, kangaroos, koalas, and even wombats, so that was really exciting.
It's like passed out.
I had a rough night last night.
To warn off other males and entice the females. And that bellow that you heard him doing, the louder and deeper your bellow, the more of a male you are.
Oh, that's
You need
cute.
to impress the ladies and say, I'm a big man. Look at the noise I can emit.
I really want to touch him.
This one's cute. It's cute when it's not drinking water.
I like how
Then it was time for the Blue Mountains, which is really exciting. It's like the #1 natural kind of place to go to in Sydney, and I was super excited. So we first went to a lookout, and this was what greeted us. Ooh, scan wristband here. Here we go. We're going on the what's it, cable car, right?
The scenic
Skyway.
Skyway.
This thing.
It's 270 meters above the ground.
270 meters. So
Yes.
going in the Skyway. This part. I think here is a good part.
I'll be taking you across to the Eastern Station. On the way over, I'll point out some things. Any questions, do not hesitate to ask. Last floor, going clear. Sweet. That's cool. There's trees under us.
Wow, it's beautiful. I'm so scared of heights, but I'm here.
You should put that in your vlog.
This is going in my vlog. I do want to take a picture of the three sisters though, which I can see over there.
Do it. You
I have to say that it was really a breathtaking view. It was absolutely gorgeous, even though I'm super scared of heights. I feel like a dinosaur. Hey everyone, so we are at Echo Point.
Roseanne made it!
Yeah, I hiked all the way and I was super reluctant and like I was like, oh my gosh, this is
She
so
made
scary.
it. I'm so very proud of her.
Because I'm like scared of heights. But we hiked for 20 minutes and this is the view that you have here. So this is called the Three Sisters and it is amazing.
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
we can
happy.
go over there. We won't do that, don't worry. We won't.
Where are we going?
Look at that. Do you see people over there, like that bridge?
Oh my gosh.
We don't want to do that, don't worry.
I'm like a city girl. Yeah, so yeah, this is what the lookout looks like. It's really nice. I'm glad I'm here. And if you had a car, you would probably drive up here instead of walk all the way.
But walking was a lot of fun.
Yeah. How do you feel about this place?
It was awesome. I love hiking. I'm a hiking person.
Yep. Hey Rinku, how do you feel about this restaurant?
It's very interesting. It reminds me of on the set. It reminds me that I'm on the set of Hobbit or something like that.
Well, the reason why I filmed this place was because it was really weird. Like, people were kind of stoned, but Rinku really liked her sandwich. Next, we went to Lincoln's Rock, which is this cliff without any kind of fencing, and people were just sitting and taking pictures. Apparently, it's a great place to take a picture, but I was scared out of my pants. I was like, are you kidding me? Why would you do this to yourself? I mean, if you could just, like, accidentally bump and you'd be dead, like no joke. But like everybody on my bus was doing it, and there was even a bridal shoot going on behind me. After that, we took a ferry back to Darling Harbour where we stayed, and that was a really, really nice day actually. The next day we went to Bondi Beach and we ended the day with my friends from Sydney, and we had mussels, which were really, really delicious.
It's our last night.
Oh, Rinku's into vlogging. How do you feel?
It's very sad. It's our last night in Sydney. We're just taking in the view and just a little bit sad.
I had an amazing time in Sydney. I think it's one of my favorite places ever. The weather was just gorgeous and there's just so much to see and do. Absolutely loved it. Hey everyone, so we are going to Melbourne already. We're leaving Sydney and we're waiting for like the Sun bus transportation. I think Melbourne will always hold a really special place in my heart just because I spent 3 years of my life there independently. I lived alone, I cooked alone, I ate alone, and I made tons and tons of friends, and I just got to experience life independently and really grow from there, which I really, really liked. And yeah, it's just, I mean, being back, I haven't been back for 2.5 years, so it was really kind of a surreal experience just being there and seeing the same sights. I don't think it's changed that much, which is really, really nice. And yeah, it was just a really, really good memory kind of trip.
Plants in Australia, native. And the reason, our harsh climate.
The next day we decided to go on a Puffing Billy and also Yarra Valley Wineries wine tasting tour. And this is our morning tea. It's a delicious lamington. What else? It's like, do you have food first? Oh, there's so many.
Look at the red ones. There are red ones over there.
All of them. Oh, they're so big. Look at that, it's crazy. There happened to be tons of wild cockatoos at our morning tea place where we kind of just can feed them and also just hang out with them. It was fun. I got a cockatoo on my shoulder. It's amazing. It's just blue there. Oh, you'll smile soon. That's blue.
Thank you.
Then we went on the Puffing Billy steam train, which is this really cool steam train. I've never been on a steam train. It's like choo-choo, actually a choo-choo train, which is cool. You can actually stick your feet out and actually ride the train, but I thought it was a little too cold for that. And I just thought the smoke was really cool. It's kind of like a burnt wood smell that's quite clean smelling actually. Wow, Rinku, look. Then it was off to the Yarra Valley for the wine tasting, and seriously, this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. I will definitely be coming back one day. We first visited the Rockford Winery, and this is more of a commercial winery, so they gave us a form to kind of rate the wines that we tasted. We tasted around 4 wines, and I'm really not a drinker, so I ended up just kind of pouring a lot of it out.
Wow, which 95 out of 100 from our Australian wine judge, wine guru.
95 out of 100, that's a lot.
Heard of it?
The next winery we visited was more of a French-based winemaking, and it's a boutique winery called Dominique Portet. I like the Sauvignon Blanc from it, and it was really delicious.
The one you might like them all, you might not, you might only like one. It's really up to you. And that's what this is about. So you're more than welcome to use a spittoon. I will not be offended, I didn't make the wine. Only a blend. Made method traditional, it takes 3 years to make. But while I'm pouring it, his father Andre Conte was the head winemaker at Chateau Lafite Rothschild, arguably the best winery in the world.
One of the coolest wineries we visited was this place called Yarra Farms, and it's really cool because they handpick all of their grapes, and none of it is machine cut or anything like that, so it's very, very much a natural process. And we went to the winery. It's very small. It looks like a farm or a barn, which was, I thought, really cool.
It's going to be a nice day at all, and I'll tell you out here, and it's just, I'm sitting in my office, I'm going, get some beat up, get a bell in it. So, yeah, we're Yarra Farm, so we're a small family-owned boutique winery. So when we say boutique...
Look how many cows there are, it's crazy. Anyway, Yarra Valley was definitely my top pick out of the entire trip. I loved coming here. The next day we went to a Great Ocean Road tour, and this kind of has to be my least favorite tour of the lot just because there was a lot of driving. We went to Bells Beach, which was the most popular surfing destination, got to see some surfers, which is cool, and we started our trip down the Great Ocean Road. I don't like sitting in a bus all day, so this wasn't my top pick, but we also went to this kind of, I guess it was like a fern gully kind of thing. It was called Mate's Rest, and there were tons of eucalyptus trees. They were huge, they were massive. I've never seen trees this large before. They're the world's most tallest flowering plant, which is cool. Then it was off to the 12 Apostles, which is probably the highlight of the trip. I believe that the rocks on the Great Ocean Road are actually created by limestone, and oh, a seagull. Anyway, over the millions of years, they were shaped by the waves, and the waves are really, really rocky. And it was really pretty, I have to say. That is Rinku over there. That's Rinku. She's crazy. So basically she was writing her name on the beach and she got all wet. There she. You really are recording this?
Do not try this at home. It's a beautiful day.
Look how big those waves are.
It's big. Can you imagine being stranded on that? How would you get down? How would you just get down on what happened though? Why is it gone?
Overall, the only thing I didn't like about my Great Ocean Road Tour was the amount of driving. We drove a lot, like 8 hours in total. It was crazy. But we managed to see a wild kangaroo. I thought that was pretty cool, and here's the footage of that. On our last day, I decided to actually go and see a few cafes. Part of my entire uni experience was just eating a lot in different cafes and enjoying the brunch food. So we went to the Kettle Black, which is this cafe right here, and this is coconut yogurt and also the pulled pork with the poached eggs. It was only alright. I just found rave reviews about it, but I think the eggs were a little bit overcooked, as you can see, and I don't know, it's a bit average in my opinion. And then we went to the Shrine of Remembrance because it was right next to the cafe, and it's one of my favorite places because it's beautiful. We went to also 20 and 6 Espresso, which was one of my favorite cafes, but unfortunately they didn't have my favorite dish anymore. I ended up eating the inside of a fish burger, which wasn't amazing or anything. And then next to it is the auction rooms, which I did like, and I ordered poached eggs, candied maple bacon steak, and chorizo mushrooms. It was a pretty good meal overall. This is my old apartment. After a little bit too much to eat, we decided to go up to Carleton, where my university was. I went to the University of Melbourne for 3 years and I studied commerce. I did marketing and management, and it was so nice to see uni again after 2.5 years. It's where I spent 3 years of my life. I mean, seriously, it was good, and I just kind of like I walked down memory lane. This is a courtyard. A lot of people kind of lie down on the grass and enjoy the sun, and it was really, really nice and seagull. This is where I used to study. It's the Bailey Library. I used to come here like from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. literally and study for my exams, so that was really cool to see. Overall, Melbourne was amazing, Sydney was amazing, and this was a great trip to Australia. I hope you liked this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.